welcome into Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts, and we're here with the Let's Talk team. It's Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and Lisa High. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Thursday.
Yes, I love your eyeshadow.
Oh, thank you. It's got a little blue, little green in there. You know, we have to give the people a little something every now and then. Okay, so most of us are carnivores at this table. We barely eat vegetables, right? But for those folks who really like veggies, Vegan Week starts tomorrow in Lexington. 9 local restaurants are going to be participating in this event, which starts tomorrow. So runs from April 19th through the 28th. Shout out to our director for getting this video.
Yeah, look at this.
So this year's event is organized by Black Soil Kentucky. You can head over to their website and get more information. It's on their Instagram's on the screen. Literally, Matt Pete, shout out to you today.
Yeah.
You're just doing a job. So Moody Mike's, Bourbon and Toulouse, Lucy Brown Coffee, North Lime Donuts, Pearl's Pizza, and Woke Junk Food Vegan are just some of them. You know what? I am, again, not a vegan, but sometimes they just really make it so good. You're like, are you sure there's no meat in here?
Those pictures, I would be vegan.
I know.
For sure, if I could get dishes like that.
And I feel like even just supporting that, as the week comes, all those restaurants, they work so hard to pursue that belief in what their food choices are, and I love that. And we've had them on the show.
Yeah, we've had Moody Mike's, we've had Black Soil on.
And it tasted really good. I remember it was not chicken or something like that. We read it, we're like, this is chicken. This is absolutely chicken.
Yeah.
So it's really, it's a great healthy way for your body, I'm sure, to do that, even though we're all carnivores.
Yeah. So, Lisa, I was just going to tell the people about it, but now after you said healthy, and I'm trying to do better, I think I might hit up a couple of places.
Yeah.
Now, vegan donuts, I don't know how you make vegan donuts, but I think I need to investigate.
It just says donut. It's got my
I've never
attention.
met a donut I didn't like.
Exactly. Okay, also, that's the truth. Okay, also, the 2024 PGA Tour Kentucky Championship is just months away, and there are several volunteer positions that are going to be open. So if you want to go, Dylan Goday, to the PGA Tour, and you want to get in for free, this is a way to do it. So the event is going to be July 11th through the 14th. There are going to be 150 players who are competing. The grand prize is $4 million. Wait a minute, volunteering, I need to be signing up. What? My goodness. So if you are interested in volunteering, it's going to be at Keen's Trace. You can email them at volunteer@KentuckyChampionship.com. Man.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
It's a fun time.
It is a fun time. We've been there before. Lots of people, tons of people.
Yeah.
And it just is such a great time. It really is. I can't express it enough.
Is this one of the ones that's televised?
It is.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I've never been to one before. I think that could be fun.
It really is.
Is it like Happy Gilmore? With the fun and the
there
beach
may
ball?
be behind the tent.
Well,
okay.
And I have to admit, when I went last year for the first time, I didn't actually watch a lot of it. It was more socializing, drinking drinks and that type of thing. But we had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
A lot of
it's
eating.
a great time to socialize.
It
like
is.
you end up because anytime we have something going on in the community,
Yeah.
I feel like number one, it's important to support.
Yeah.
And then secondly, like there's so many people out there that don't even care a lick about golf.
Yeah.
And they just want to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm
So-
thinking that's the case because, those people will just wait at the holes for a really long time.
Right.
Lisa, what else are you going to do except talk and have drinky drinks? I mean,
Yes.
I don't know what else you would do.
Little
so.
munchy munches, too.
Yeah. But when you're at the hole, there are periods where you can't talk.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
how easy would that be for us?
Yeah, we couldn't volunteer. We cannot volunteer. We'd be over there making up dances and telling jokes. No, they don't want us. They don't want us. Oh my God. That's so funny. Okay. And then last but not least, so the primary election is next month, and the deadline to register to vote is this upcoming Monday, my mommy's birthday, April 22nd. So you have until 4 p.m. on Monday, April 22nd, to register to vote. You can do it by going to your county clerk's office, but the easiest way is just going online to the Secretary of State's website. It's super easy. So I volunteered to register people to vote, and when you do it online, it takes less than 2 minutes. Wow. You just put like your name, your address, your social security number, boom, boom, pow, that's it.
It is.
Yep.
It is easy.
Like it.
So yeah,
Do it.
This election is a doozy. We are voting for all new council members in some places. We're going to be voting for the president this year. So I mean, this is a big one. Register to vote, everybody. You don't want to miss it.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we'll have the countdown conversation. We'll talk about getting more people in schools with guns to keep kids safe and the new rules for medical marijuana. Stay with us. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the show. It is time for the countdown conversation. This is a part of the show where we discuss as many topics as we can in 6 minutes. All right, so here we go. Let's get them up. Guardians. So we now have a new law and a new program that will be launched in Kentucky called the Kentucky Guardians. This program will allow former military, former police, and people who have kind of law enforcement experience to go into schools and be an extra layer of security for those schools. They can choose to be armed or not be armed. They do have to do a school resource officer training curriculum for 40 hours, just as the school resource officers have to do if they're in schools. All of this is because a lot of schools don't have a school resource officer, even though it's a legal requirement to do so, because they can't afford it. What do you guys think about this Kentucky Guardians program?
I love it. I really do. And I love it for many reasons. But a lot of these veterans or military people or police officers, they've been honorably discharged, but they still have that service heart. They still want to give back to community, and they see the need in the school systems and the strong need there to protect our children. So I love this, and I know that the one thing is vetting them, making sure that everyone's been vetted coming in and aware that if they're carrying a gun or not. But I love this.
I think it's a win-win-win, for the schools and for the parents and for the resource officers, too. There are a lot of schools out there that don't have the budget.
Yep.
They've been cut and they've been sliced and diced next to nothing. And so this gives the schools an opportunity. As a parent, I would feel so much safer having that asset at the school.
Kim?
Absolutely. Now, they do have a choice to carry a gun, so my question is, will there be another adult or adults that know that guardian is carrying a gun? I wonder, will the guardian be the only one that knows they're carrying?
Because it is concealed.
Right, it is concealed, and they do have the choice. So that's just my only caveat there, is that I think other adults need to know who's carrying when.
That's a good point.
So I'm not super familiar with the school resource officer training, but I think the one thing I would like to see, if it's not in there, is to make sure that any of these people who do come in have implicit bias training, because if you have a person who has a weapon in a school dealing with kids that maybe doesn't deal with kids all the time, or kids from diverse backgrounds, I want to make sure that they have implicit bias training so that they don't perceive a danger where there isn't one with the kids themselves. So hopefully that's something that they think about and take care of. So.
Good point.
All right, next, weed opt-out. So the medical cannabis law will take effect in Kentucky on January 1. And during this most recent legislative session that just wrapped up, our lawmakers passed a bill that says that some schools and some cities can completely opt out of this program. So this program was passed so that people who have PTSD, chronic illness, cancer, things like that, can legally use medical cannabis. But I guess this was a compromise now added on that says, hey, you want to opt out? You don't have to allow it in your school or in your city. Lisa, where are you on this?
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like that it's going to be, I don't like that that schools or communities have the option to opt out of it. if it's legal, then keep it legal in the entire state. It's legal. And this is a lot of times, all the time, really, it's going to be prescribed by a medical physician. And these kids, these adults, need it. It helps with their symptoms of many different disorders and diseases that can help make them pain-free or help them in society. So I'm not liking how you can just opt out of this.
I don't like the idea of children not being able to get medicine that was prescribed to them by a doctor. I just feel like that would be very difficult for a parent to not be able to administer the medication that their child needs, especially when there are other medications that are allowed in schools for their parents or schools to administer.
That's true. And I want to make sure that if this is an option, they can opt out of it. I want to be able for the parents to share their opinions, their voices, the citizens. You know, what does this look like? If I were a parent whose child, let's say, has seizures and medical marijuana is going to help them, I want the school system, I want the city to know that this is a medical necessity for my child. And if they're not going to do it, if they're going to opt out of it, then I'm going to move someplace that will allow it.
And that's exactly my point, Susan, is I don't like this idea of some cities being able to opt out, some cities not, some school districts being able to opt out, some not, because this is going to create this very confusing patchwork throughout the state, where you're not going to know where it's okay, where it's not okay. And then also, everybody doesn't work where they live and vice versa. So if you've got a prescription and you're driving to another county for work or back and forth, you get pulled over, you've got a prescription, but what if they don't allow it there? These are questions that really I'm hoping people are going to be thinking through. And then secondly, I see a real possibility where we have places like Lexington and Louisville and Bowling Green opting in, and then places like in Far Eastern and Far Western opting out. So it's like it's not even a real thing in the state anyway. It'll be just kind of in the places that lean more liberal, and then the places that lean more conservative, it won't be. And so I'm really concerned about what that's going to mean for people who, in a lot of places, don't have access to medical care, like in the more rural places. And this might be the only thing that can help them because they can't pay to go to the doctor. But then their county says no. So I don't know.
I know.
I think this was a bridge too far. I don't know, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, everybody. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, summer is right around the corner, and that means it's time to hit the pool, but you want to do it safely. Our next guest will tell you how you can. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts. We got the whole Let's Talk team here, and we are very lucky today because we've got two guests who are joining us. We have Aaron Andrews and Jeremy Bates. Aaron is with the YMCA, and Jeremy is with Bates Security. Hey, guys. So glad to have you with us. So you are here to talk to us about swim safety because, of course, swim season is right around the corner. Like, I cannot wait for the pool to open up. And Central Kentucky YMCA is actually gearing up to teach 450 kiddos, second graders from 7 Fayette County Public Schools, the essentials when it comes to water safety. This is really cool. So, Aaron, I want to start with you. Why are you guys doing this? This just seems, this seems like a huge undertaking.
Yeah, we're so excited to be doing this again this spring. Central Kentucky Swims was started around 2014, and the idea is to teach basic swim skills to students in underserved communities, the water safety skills that they need to be safe in and around the water.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, so for those that are not familiar at all, can you give us a little bit more in-depth overview of Central Kentucky Swims?
Sure, yeah. We bring the students in, like you said, from 7, this year 7 local schools, Fayette County Public Schools, second graders. And we teach them both land and water activities.
Ooh.
So they get the opportunity to spend some time in the water, which is, of course, a lot of fun for any child, and then some land activities. So they learn things like how to properly put on a life jacket, how to float in the water, how to safely exit the water if you found that you have jumped in the water and maybe realize, oh, no, I can't swim. So how to safely exit and how to not go after someone who maybe has fallen in the water. So just all those basic skills that for some of us may seem like something we grew up doing, but we know that not everyone has that opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, tell us how Bait Security is supporting this initiative.
So we are the proud sponsor for this event. We've been doing it for several years. And when they first approached me, I thought everybody had swim lessons back when they were kids, and I found out that there's so many people that don't. They don't ever get this opportunity. And life safety is part of one of the things that we do as a company. And the YMCA and the Fayette County Schools have been great partners of ours over the years. So we jumped at the opportunity to help support this and help increase life safety through in our community.
Well, this is absolutely awesome. So, can you share with us just how impactful this initiative has been over the years?
Sure, yeah. We average anywhere from 300, 400 plus students each time that we're able to offer this. And like I said, we've been doing it since 2014, and thanks to Bates for that. What's also great about this, so not only do the students learn some water safety at the time of the event, but they all go home with the swim lesson voucher so that they can continue their lesson and their journey at the Y.
Oh, cool.
So before the show, Jeremy, you were talking about, and you just mentioned it there, that, not all kids have the opportunity for swim lessons. And I love what Aaron just said. You're giving them a voucher, but you're also opening this to kids who may come from economically disadvantaged backgrounds. So you're kind of opening the door for kids who might not have otherwise even had this opportunity. Talk a little bit about the decision making on that.
As I mentioned, it was a great opportunity to help further the mission that we do as part of Bait Security. And when the YMCA brought this to us and said that this is the impact that you can have, we jumped at it. We try to be a good corporate citizen here in Lexington in Central Kentucky, and this was a great opportunity to do that. And I think the life safety skills of these students has been improved and will be very beneficial to them for years to come.
Now, Aaron, why do y'all choose second graders?
We talked a little bit earlier, those students are the ones, you might start getting invited to pool parties, you might spend some time away from your grown-up who might normally be with you, or, and it's just that age where you can really start to hone in on some of those life skills and those safety skills. And so we feel like second graders are kind of a good age for that 7, 8-year-old, so that it's important to start to comprehend and understand all those skills.
Yeah. So Kim, when we were growing up, remember the old signs that would say no horseplay? And for a lot of kids, that's an invitation to get right into horseplay. You know what I mean?
That means a lot of running around the pool. And I didn't have swim lessons when I was a kid, and my husband actually, he was a competitive swimmer when he was in high school. But I still don't know how to swim. And I think I can doggy paddle, but I don't know what would happen in an emergency situation. So I think it's really amazing that this program can be offered to kids, who don't have those opportunities. And that means also that I probably need to get to the Y and learn how to swim at some point.
So Aaron, can you help Kim?
Yeah, come on, Kim.
I like this. That sounds great.
So the kids are already chosen, but you do need volunteers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, we've got opportunities where you can be in the water or out of the water. Like I said earlier, we do some land activities too. I always say the in waters where a lot of the fun really happens. And I say you don't have to be an expert swimmer to get in the water and to teach those skills. And we've got our Y staff who are there to really show you how to teach those kids some of those skills. So we'd love to have some more volunteers. You can go to our website for some more information, ymcacky.org.
ymcacky.org, and tomorrow is the event, which means they need to get on there today, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, Aaron and Jeremy, thank you so much for coming in today, and thanks for sponsoring this really cool event that's going to impact so many young people. Really, really awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we highlight our woman we're talking about. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. We like to end every show by highlighting a woman we're talking about. And because it is Arab American History Month, we would like to highlight a woman in our community who's making a big difference from that community. Here she is. Her name is Basima Shalish. She's been part of the Lexington Universal Academy staff since 2010. She's been a long-term substitute teacher for middle school math and science, and then she joined as a full-time teacher back in 2011. She taught for 7 years before becoming the academic director in 2018. Then in 2022, she became the assistant principal. She's a Lexington native, but she moved to Dayton as a child and graduated from Wright State University. Shout out to Ohio. In 2007 with a Bachelor's of Science in Chemistry. Then she came back to Lexington in 2010 where she got her Master's of Education. And then in 2015, a second Master's of Arts in Education for School Administration from Georgetown College. She's happily married for 16 years and she's a mother of 4 children. Wow, what a resume. Thank you for all you do to teach our kids and make a difference in our community. You are a woman worth talking about.
Well done.
And thank you to our viewer who nominated that woman and reminded us of all the good things that we need to be doing in terms of highlighting folks in our community who are Arab Americans in light of Arab American History Month. So thank you. All right, everybody, so you can always nominate a woman we're talking about. We want to hear who's doing great things in your community. So you can go to our website, WTVQ.com. Go on to our page, Let's Talk Kentucky, or you can just do a little /y thing that you see there on the bottom of the screen if you want to type that in. And then nominate the woman. We've had some really great nominations in the last couple of weeks. Susan's been doing a great job with Autism Acceptance Month, which is also this month, so we're having a good time.
We have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of amazing women.
So many great women to highlight. So everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you had a good time because we sure did. And we're going to do it again tomorrow on Friday. Oh my God, I'm so ready for it to be Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.